Yeah, but that was between sessions. Decided to do.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how I remember it. No, okay, nah, you were with me on that one. You can't go around putting it on.
I like how I'm only going to be remembered as the guy that slept with one individual and became the traitor because of it.
Nah, we're still gonna remember that one time you made Shorad a father by force. When you saved that little girl from being a demon, I forgot what she was. Yeah, we're still gonna remember some of the good, but the bad was pretty major, my friend.
Thing is, there was a whole plan. Goddamn, push the top. I hate this button on my phone. I'm trying to do something before I hop on my computer. I'm a bit hungry. Like my computer. I hate phone.
You're denying it doesn't make it any less true.
I'm not denying anything. I'm just
I'm not,
saying that I had plans, but didn't get anywhere with.
not talking to you. I'm talking to the guy accusing me of killing the baby.
Oh, I'm not reading the texts.
This is on your hands, you bitch.
I mean, you could have also looked before you struck.
Oh yeah, I'm just every time I fight a woman, I'm just like, excuse me, ma'am, are you pregnant? I need before judged for war crime.
I said look before you strike, not ask them if they're pregnant. I mean, he clearly saw it. You could have looked too before throwing a punch.
I found the question I should ask every time we're in combat. No, we did everything. I'll just pay for my people. I already rolled for my businesses between sessions, my man. Uh, so either you're playing Captain Stonewall or you should put your name. I think Captain Stonewall sounds like a Goliath officer. No, he just gets paid between sessions from the king now. The 150 gold.
So all of Rexland is just going to accept that now drow rules over them.
We can always just, fucking, I don't know, do the democratic thing. I love how you're just like, you can do that. She doesn't have any experience, but that's a choice. How about to actually get into session so then we can discuss all of this? Where do I start my day? Well, that's simple. Drinking some nice warm tea in my estate with my brother.
No, I wasn't here for last session.
And
Have fun with that. That is over 7,000 words long. Well, that's why I was like, you haven't read it yet? And you're like, nope, I haven't got around to it. You said did say the characters in there. I'm like, oh god damn it.
you can send him the most important things in private chat.
Well, a lot of the what's there was supposed to like be a character building thing, but being as we're toward the end, it won't matter. But essentially, he joined the king's military group during the war between the elves, and they were a league group of rogues called Face Slayers. Later down the line, his sister became a cleric to the goddess Selene of the Moon Maiden, and he had to part of one of his missions. He had to escort a group of clerics, one of them being her, to the forest to heal the wounded. They were then attacked by a specific, very powerful dryad, uh, and he was knocked out. When he woke up, his sister was tree bound. His group was killed, and he was the only one left alive. Basically, blaming himself for his incompetence and what happened to his sister, he basically decided to take up the mantle of the goddess Selene, the Moon Maiden, and he became a cleric as well as a ranger. And he carries not only his sword that he found in the barracks, but his sister's sword, a scimitar, which he dubbed Oath Keeper to basically fulfill his oath to his sister that he'll basically heal the wounded, and he spends most of his days nowadays in the Elven Forest healing the wounded and pretty much hunting down the Trostanti, I believe it's called. Trostanti, the very powerful dryad. Or at least trying to find a way to get his sister untree bound. No, I'm part of the cleric house, the holy house of Selene the Moon Maiden, basically.
Okay.
I mean, if King Rex were to call upon fucking Garrett, he'd probably answer, but he'd still be a part of the clergy of Selene. I swear to God, if one of them is dying, I'm sorry. What? Roll what? Okay, first off, freaking Garrett's gonna just, as he's trying to climb into bed, not even caring that he's still clothed, he's gonna hear this and just be like, "Come again?" Garrett's just gonna kind of like still stand there, kind of looking at the bed, and just look over his shoulder, kind of throwing off the hood for to show his face and be like, So, does the clergy want me to deal with this now, or could this wait 8 more hours? Garrett's gonna stand there for a moment, just kind of look back to his bed, pat the pillow, turn around, put it back his hood, going, I'll go to the castle and seek an audience with the king and figure this out myself. God fucking. I mean, like you said, he's tired. God damn it. God damn it. He's a fungus. What the fuck is this shit? Okay. Alright, so Garrett's just gonna look at Couch going, how's your druid college going? Wait, wait. Bud wasn't making a profit out of this? Is that what you're saying? This is out of character. Ah, okay. Shit. There's always going to be drama. It's just inevitable, especially with the line of work we do, or at least I do. Well, if you have business to take care of, go take care of it. I'll come find you after I dealt with my business. A druid. Zeno, I'm eating. Why'd you have to describe Yeah, hearing this, Garrett's just gonna kind of put his hand over his face and be like, oh boy. Alright, well, seeing that the line's this long, kind of like considering that I would probably piss off a lot of people if I cut through and not had like any royal guard escorting me because I didn't exactly announce my arrival or even make a request to meet with the king. So I'm just gonna confirm a different way because I was going through my spells. I was looking for Zone of Truth, but I had another one. Um, it's called Scrying. So to kind of get an idea on putting the rumors to rest and to potentially see how the king might be handling this bullshit he's going through if it is him. I'm going to scry on the. I'm aware. Should say on here. If not, I can just cast a spell real quick and it should. Wisdom save. Yep, of 17. That's definitely a fail. Yeah, Scrying doesn't lie. So Garrett's just gonna be like, well, the rumors are true. Then if this is the king and he's here, who's in the throne room currently? I'm gonna start immediately cutting to the line, through the line, not giving any fucks about what people are saying at the moment. I'll hear the botched haircut and be like, cut the rest of it off if it makes you feel any better. As I keep going. That's right, fuck off. or kill them because apparently he tends to do that. I'll look at the individual and just kind of like glare at the individual and say, "My king." Oh, that's a good response there. Just yeah, Garrett's gonna just shake his head and say, "I was more hoping you would put a rumor to rest. Something about whispers of the king being a drow." uh, Geralt then kind of just move a bit closer enough only for a whisper to hear, going, "If you were the king, let me give, let me inform you now. I, I didn't. I was willing to wait in line, so I decided to scry to see how the king was doing. Behold my surprise when I found out the rumors were true. So, who are you?" The Garrett's just gonna kind of look at him, then look back over to the line. I got a good idea of where the real King Rex was at, right? Through my scrying. Well, I can assume it's always in the castle, so I could probably just look there. I'll just kind of look to the line and look to back to this false king and be like, well, then I'll leave you to your business while I do my own little investigating. Have fun dealing with all the lawsuits. As I leave to go find that wine cellar. Well, I can attempt to sneak past through. I can get past him through Misty Step and then pass without a trace to increase my healing. I mean, my healing, my stealthing. So this isn't my first rodeo. So as I'm being discouraged to go any further, I'm just gonna nod, move, kind of pretend to leave and go around the corner. But I'll use Misty Step to bamf right behind him as far as I can, and then proceed to walk stealthily through where I want to go. So, Misty Step was cast. Oh, not that high of a level. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, no, no, no. This gives me a +10. Pass without a trace. +10, that's 21. Ah, fuck exhaust.
What is it that you're doing? Well, that could always be useful well, for multiple reasons. I am glad you were able to learn such an ability. Of course, I am aware of your hatred for drama. Uh, but I know I'll be asking for too much. But what is this drama you're speaking of? David's just gonna do the fakest ever, and he's just like, you don't say. That is quite shocking. That is quite the shocking news, sis. Well, well, I was planning on going taking a ride on my ship. Well, I assume it can't be helped at this point. Well, thank you for the information, Katja. I know it must have been hard for you to tell me for your hatred for drama, but I'm grateful. I appreciate that now. Bye, Katja. It's a one. It's an amazing feat to have you in my college.
How much you
Well,
want to bet he started drama with that line? Like, not with just that one individual.
Xavier is going to the castle very grumpy because he keeps getting involved with this shit. He just wanted to have a nice trip on his ship, but that can't happen. Come on, I'm right here. What happened to this kingdom? As I continue walking. I'll wait in line.
Zone of truth. Who's a god? That's how it works in medieval times and shit. The only person higher than a king is a god. Oh, that makes my life easier. Thank you. No, no, don't touch me there. This is Monona Square. If I were to cast Locate Creature, would that help out? Uh, Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction, the creature's location, as long as the creature is within 100, or no, 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as a human or a unicorn, so long as you have seen such a creature up close within 30 feet at least once. If the creature you described or named is in a different form, such as a being under the effects of polymorph spell, this spell doesn't locate the creature. However, I did scry on the king. I do know his name, so I've seen him in his new form. I know him by name. I could probably be able to at least detect him. Just one or three. Yeah, hop over to somebody else then, because that's a 10. I don't think it passed.
Excuse me, sir. What is it that you're doing right now? Well, unfortunately, that was my place that you just took. Well, it wouldn't be right if I kill you in this place, but I could always hurt you some other way. Can I roll intimidation? Thank you, sir.
The fuck? Now I'm imagining myself holding like freaking those rods looking for water now. Thank you for that. Maybe if I was Joseph, I do have one thing. It's also going to cost me another spell, a seventh level spell, in fact. I'm going to use your etherealness. So I want to just go right on through this door, like just pass through it. You step into the border regions of the ethereal plane. It says okay, in the area where it overlaps with your current plane, you remain in the border of okay. During this time, you can move in any direction. It doesn't really say it makes me invisible. While in the ethereal plane, you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane. Creatures that aren't on the ethereal plane can't perceive you and can't interact with you unless a special ability or magic has given them the ability to do so. Oh boy. Yeah, so at this point, Garrett's just gonna deactivate the etherealness, kind of like coming into existence. There any torches or light in here? Otherwise, I'm probably gonna have to use another spell, Dark Vision. Alright, so I'm casting Dark Vision to be able to see. It's sad when I have to cast a spell to be able to see in the dark. Is it a save at dis or is it just ability check? Dang. I almost want to play that out, to be honest. But Garrett's just gonna kind of look at him and be like, no. It's been a. I've only seen you from afar, but I've seen you when you were a human, King Rex. So, care to explain this change? You have servants that are in this kingdom that could probably help change you back. I'm sure someone at the academy could probably cast True Polymorph to turn you back to your true self. And aside from that, you're basically wasting away down here drinking to your heart's content while someone else masquerades as you running your kingdom. Surely you know someone that would possess such power to be able to give you back your true form. What about Astashan? Where is he? God damn, he's not much help. So, you're just gonna let someone else run your kingdom, is what you're saying. Then why not publicly? Well, I've been putting down plenty of drow so I can understand their concern, but at the same time, imagine what they would do if they found out that the king currently sitting on the throne isn't the real king, and they find you here drunk off your ass as a drow. I'm pretty sure there'd be more than just a riot. There'd be anarchy. Yeah, god damn. You know what? I almost want to do lesser restoration to kind of get him out of the fucking drunken state. Maybe this will help. I cast less restoration at fourth level. Get his fucking act together. Wait, can I cast fourth level? I mean, I can spend a spell point, can't I? Higher than it because it's not showing up on any spell higher than what its actual level is. However, I'm at a second level slot, so I need to use a third level slot to fucking do it. Alright, but yeah, I'll use a third level slot to kind of cast Lesser Restoration to fucking get his act together. I'm making you think clearly, so that way you can rationally just make a decision on whether you should announce that you're still alive in this form or step down and let someone else take your place. I'll follow him, follow behind him. I mean, if Swift intervenes, he's got to get off the throne and run up there, and yeah, then he's basically drawing all eyes on Rex. You're still drawing all eyes to Rex and you if you. Yeah, I'm like following behind and watching and basically making sure nobody tries to jump him, so this will be fucking interesting. This isn't a dick measuring contest, guys. I'll finish his sentence by saying the king. Like the moment his mouth is covered at the part where he's supposed to say the king, I'll say the king. That does hit. I like how I'm being attacked. I think Swift just wants to be king. That's play. That's player reading, not actual character reading. It could be character reading. I don't know, but at this point, yeah, I take the hit. It's like clearly, why did I come back if I'm gonna be killed off again? Uh, I mean, I don't really know. I hate these moments because I don't like fucking PvP unless it's done right, and this feels like it's not done right. So I really don't know because I honestly don't want to, but in character it feels accurate to at least draw out my weapons and ready for a fight unless someone intervenes. And he's typing as I'm still talking, haven't even come to a decision. Like, oh yeah, yeah, this is going on. Oh god damn it! Of course. And that's a 14 for me. So it doesn't matter either way. It was Swift who went to cover the king's mouth, and then it was Xavier that went to go stop Swift. I'll just say in case anything goes any too far, I'll have Garrett have his one scimitar out at the ready. Because again, I don't want to engage in combat, but it feels right for him to be ready for a fight.
What the fuck are you doing, Swift? Why did you attack that man?
'Cause he's an asshole.
Agreed. Well, I think this needs to be discussed. So, Swift, hurry up and finish this. And King, I'm taking down to the cellar right now. And Cleric, I don't know you too well, but I think you should come along since you started this whole mess.
You call throwing a knife at someone stop.
Um, okay, Swift, I think you should understand that as a supposed king, kings don't throw knives at people that just walk in. So if you're gonna act like one, at least do it right. Jesus Christ, what is happening? What is happening?
Anarchy.
This has to be put.
It's a step.
All right, that's an over exaggerating the situation. Nothing happened. Just few people got on fire, and yeah.
Gary will see this, hear him say this, going, and what? What do you mean by blow everything? Did you want to keep being acting king? Basically, Garrett is ignoring the comment toward him and acknowledging the comment you made to Rex.
No, don't say it like that. You're always irrational. Let's be
And now your kingdom does, being as we're basically on the verge of chaos.
uh, well, I'm loving this conversation, but since this is all over, um, we have two options. King Rex, let's be honest here. Do you think you're fit to be king again after all of this? All right. So, uh, let's say, just for this instance, think about the people and how everything went. Do you think you're fit for the people? Exactly. You shouldn't really call your subordinates idiots. So, Rex, I'm taking my favor. I said you owe me one, and I'm using it. I want you to turn this kingdom into a voting. If you get voted again, then I was wrong and the people will choose you. If not, then have at it. All right.
Garrett,
It's very simple. Just the people, and I know it sounds crazy to someone such as yourself, will decide who to rule them.
no,
Yeah.
but as in the town, your people, all your citizens get a vote.
Rex, you're not getting it. The people that live in Rex City and all of the baronies will vote for a new king, not biased. So you can't really have the clergy nor your advisors or any of that. The people will decide. Well, if we're being real here, you're very similar to Karen. And that's why we're playing D&D. It's a fantasy world.
I like how I like how Joseph like suggested this last time. Like he suggested one of these as an option: either let Freya either nominate someone to be the king, or something. But everyone's like, no, let's just bring him back. It'll be great.
Garrett, I'll explain to you a simple situation. If we voted, Freya had too much power. So, if that happened, she could have possibly became queen. This way, we're not putting a warlord at the position. It's either King Rex, his wife, or whoever wants to be elected.
It's like basically somebody that could be worse. Yeah, Freya was not a good person, but at least she knew how to run a kingdom. That was the point. Like it's either you take someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, or you take someone who knows what they're doing.
Warlord. There's a
I
big
get
difference.
that, but even warlords know how to run a kingdom. That's the thing. I've played conquest games. I know what I'm talking about. You're either a diplomat or a warlord, and if you don't know how to run your kingdom, the people will be at your fucking throats. And as I said, I gave it an option: either we vote for someone or we let Freya take over. I gave options. None of you said that you all said we're taking option D. I know.
It's pretty obvious. People who hold a bit of power. So King Rex would be elected. I think a few of the barons should be as well. Maybe his wife, obviously, way better fit than Rex. And who else? I don't know.
Well, being as technically, from what I've heard, some adventurers have been running been helped this kingdom. I would nominate those individuals. Although, as I turn to look at Swift, I really doubt. I'm not saying I know that it's Swift. I'm just saying to instead of saying the fake king to the real king, as I turn to Swift, I doubt that this individual would be an appropriate fit, being as again he threw a knife at me.
I know that sounds like I'm being biased, but I think I'm gonna put my hat in the mix. So I'm gonna be recommending for until now me, Rex, his wife, and let's see who is fit, who holds political power or any type of power that can go off. This is out of character. You got a problem with that?
Well, if we're going to talk out of character, it says the guy who was jealous of me of the possibility of becoming.
By the way, I never said I'm jealous. I said, what would you do if I was jealous?
It was a hinting at it, but the point is, it's like,
Can't
God damn.
assume what I meant. Amazing.
Unfortunately, I don't know if I would know anyone, and Garrett wouldn't take the position being as that's not who he is. If Joseph was around, maybe Joseph would have put his hat in there, but Garrett won't. So I don't know if I know any NPCs that might be fit to rule. Okay, out of those three, who is probably the better option? You might as well just have Queen Christina take over Rexland while we're at it, the way you're basically making it sound. By the way, did any of those rumors that I spread with as Joseph ever stick? The pamphlets I spread about her, about like the kind of individual she was, how obsessive she was over the king and shit. Boy. Okay, so I guess the person I choose would have to be the second individual that you list. The one that's basically cunning and intelligent, but quite the gossiper and basically prone to overreact. At least she'll at least be running the kingdom fairly. She won't be like hogging all the food like the glutton or taking all the money like the fucking like the third guy. Yep, Jacqueline is my pick.
This is not what I wanted. I just wanted to go treasure hunting. You're forcing me into.
Technically, this could have all been resolved when Joseph was around. Technically,
Shut
from what I've told you,
You left. You left. Okay.
I had no choice. It was either leave or die. King Rex was basically what a
He stopped him for a reason.
How long would you have stopped him?
He was tied up in chains.
But the guards already acknowledged they only take orders from the real king. Like when Swift disguised himself as the king and said, "Let me in to interrogate the president." Like we only take orders from the real king.
When still doesn't work.
So
I know it's just
we,
it doesn't matter. You're now with a new guy who hopefully won't sleep with Freya. Because if you do, that's just weird. She's dead. So we're on.
Garrett isn't about to sleep with anyone at this point, being as he's a cleric from the Moon Maid.
I'm very uncultured about clerics, so
Well, essentially, he's just not looking to find a wife or anyone at the moment, being as he's got too much on his plate as it is, helping out to Rexland, trying to find a way to get his sister out from being tree bound, get revenge on that one druid creature or dryad creature.
Brian. Zeno, can I comment on something? I just noticed you added someone else. Zeno, it's very clear at the end. You can share a specific name. What's up with that, Zeno?
Did you ask Swift and he made his the explain?
So it's this. So just putting my soon to be wife. That's what you're doing. Just some friendly competition between us.
Swift, you want to get technical? Garrett hasn't slept with a woman.
Go grab Katja. I didn't. Why? Stop. Please don't let her have one on. I go to capture. What are you doing? Okay, let me paraphrase that. What were you doing? Okay, first of all, excuse you. Second of all, how much did she pay? How much is that much? That's what. How about you get paid from me as make it a fair game?
Please tell me whatever happened between the freaking Xavier and Phase Road happened in session on the side.
That happened in session.
Okay, thank God.
All right, I trust you, even though I don't. Here we go. I give him the 1,000 gold.
Side note: he ratted out his best friend.
Crazy. It's crazy how someone forgot to write it. It's just, you know.
I'm gonna if everyone's playing this game, I'm fucking dipping my head into. I'm gonna go to the Church of Selene the Moon Maiden and have them like put their hat in with like basically talk to them and convince them about maybe siding with my chick, the one I chose, and then maybe they spread her name or some.
All right. Kasha, how would you go about sending well, you know what? I'll do it on my own.
I'm
Thank you,
just
Kasha.
I'm just gonna go fucking take a nap, get this exhaustion going because this is some bullshit. Wow, they are a perfect match. They both fucking drink Rex and gin.
Uh, Xavier's gonna start uh, going for the more diplomatic side since he's not gonna throw shade at other people since it's worthless. He's basically doing a campaign. Whatever works, I assume. 1 month is a reasonable.
I get the church together, and well, I mostly go out. I, I mostly tell the church that let's go out there and help those in need to kind of support our support Jacqueline. And even if they don't, I'm definitely going to. So I'll basically go out, help with any needs, like help the sick, help the wounded, find the head of a fucking teddy bear. I'm going to help out the people. Persuasion, religion, and what? Wow, holy fucking shit. You know what? No, it's already too late. I already rolled. So never mind. I'm not even gonna bother asking if I could say guidance would help. Actually, guidance doesn't even help with. Oh yeah, they do with the D4 of ability checks. But yeah, too late. And that is. Are you sure it's lost to the ether? Because I could always go into the ethereal look for it. Yeah, I know. Too bad I don't have low key item. Oh well. I will laugh if none of us ever find this teddy bear's head. That will make that. Oh god. Wait. Okay. So I'm caught up with what's going on with your game, Swift. You're still masquerading as the king, not wanting to acknowledge that Rex is a drow now. So Rex is just gonna stay in hiding. You're gonna be running as king. I mean, next week I can definitely do that. I mean, I've heard rumors, and I call
It's,
managed
it's
to
not rumors, you know
reveal.
for a fact he's a drow.
Yeah, I know for a fact, but nobody else does.
Well, Xavier is just gonna start showing that he's like this with everyone. So he's gonna do the care packages that he's done before with the food issue, and he's gonna start distributing them himself. He's gonna give a speech about unity and how he wants to unite all of Rexland together without the discrimination of race and such. And lastly, he's just gonna, well, just send the adventurers in the guild hall to do any liberal quests, and he's gonna pay for them. Sure, I'm down to roll for cooking using enhanced ability. Want me to pay for anything? Uh, yes. And you said two persuasion checks, right? Love enhanced ability. So that's, the first one would be about the speech about unity, and the second one would be just helping people. I hate her so much. Why did she do this to me?
What did you do to piss her off? That was the better question.
I did nothing. We're on good terms. I even made her some food last time we saw.
But
And even
you're
taught
not.
us matching sending stones so we can.
Why are you boyfriend and girlfriend anymore? Like, where did the falling out happen? So
uh, mm, uh, he's gonna.
so so it sounds like you would be king either way. It's just she wants to rub it in your face that she wouldn't.
Hopefully. Is she proficient in cooking supplies? I don't think so. Damn it. Fuck them. Fuck her too. I'm mad. This is just rivalry. My rules are still better. Yes. Fuck you, Phil.
Uh, you know what? check it out real quick. Figure out what's. Yeah, Garrett's gonna kind of look at this, just fold it up and then throw it in the freaking throw it in the fire, and he's gonna go out. I'm actually going to make this interesting. I'm going to go out and show my support once again by helping people out. But I'm also going to want to convince Jacqueline that maybe not drop out, but show that maybe you're supportive of Phasrin. Not that you want her to win, but that maybe you show you have no discrimination amongst races. Show that are you agree that a woman should be on the throne, and basically just be supportive of her run in this campaign as well. Should basically make it public. Show that you two are supportive of each other. I'm casting guidance on myself too for these for this ability check. It's like it gives me a 1d4 on my ability check roll. I actually don't need a fucking. I mean, I can roll 1d4 if you would, but eh. And I was saying I would talk to Jacqueline about that, not phase run. Basically, I'm having it to where she doesn't drop out, but make it public to the people that you two are that she's showing support to phase run, and to see if she would show the same support back. If not, making it public makes her phase run look bad if she refuses to outright support the other opponent. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to put her in an awkward position, and it kind of does earn Jacqueline some favors. Like, oh yeah, she shows support of phase run. Maybe she's not so bad at all. So basically, this is a win-win for me and a lose-lose. All right, so I'm gonna want to just help the people again, like continue doing that. Have the church kind of heal the wounded, heal the sick, uh, answer any prayers. Well, fuck. I think I'll go for. Where's my charisma? Yeah, I think I'll go for my charisma because I have a +7 to persuasion and only +3 to medicine and a -1. And just in case, I'll roll that 1d. There we go. That's 22. It looks like he's typing, so he's probably okay.
I hate Fairzen. I hate her so much. I hate her so much.
Just love to see how the peace treaty with Elvenwood turns out because we still know nothing about what's going.
Well, since talking usually doesn't do the most things, so he's gonna go to the Tritons and try to set up a trading route. So Rexland will have even more fish and food now to share. And he's gonna send his supporters out, not supporters, my followers out there, the giants and everyone, just to help the people in little things. And then he's gonna fund the cancer fund once again. And he's also going to remind the people that he does not text but people in his own barony, and that's not going to change when he becomes. Nah, I don't see. Well, that was the first one. I failed to do it. Boom.
So, being as
Second
a
one.
cleric, sorry, I was just asking a question. Being as clerics can change their spell list by through long rests each week. Technically, would I be able to do that?
By the way, Zeno, I'm not gonna roll for it since you only said three checks, but I'm also gonna make my acolytes, the people I have working for me, uh, heal the people who need any healing. They have skill and bless.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wait,
please,
what?
no, please.
Oh shit!
I
I
love,
pissed her off.
I love her. Fucking legend. I'm not even. Oh fuck.
I mean, that is one way to get out of it for sure.
So I'm assuming by order. So first would be Jacqueline, then Rex, then me.
Uh, th- Go ahead. I was gonna comment on what she did to me by saying that Garrett will just kind of smile, thinking back to his days when he was a ranger in his face slayers group before becoming a cleric. Oof.
What?
Ow. Ow.
That's ruined. She's saying that to the. Ah man. Oh man, I respect that. love you, but that doesn't mean you can say I abuse my employees. You know, they're my family, as he's grumpy and doing about me.
Damn.
Of course, I give him pressure. What do you think? I am a monster?
I'd be upset. I don't know why the fuck you'd be awful.
I'm winning anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That's how it should be. Hashtag men. Then I'm not mad anymore. This made it better. Forgive. It's very easy for Xavier.
Oh shit, maybe I should have hmm ca- had the spell calm emotions to calm her down. Fuck, I didn't think about that. Oh well. So taking a page off of Xavier, I'm gonna want to go to the Scorpion folk and kind of see if they will help support Jacqueline's run in as the queen of Rexland. And while I'm there, I'm going to cast create food and water. I'm going to create basically for create and give them some food. How much food can I get? I cannot remember. Actually, let me cast to see if it will fucking say.
Gino. Please, I want Lancia to remember the food I give her every month. Just let that be a reminder when she's talking.
That is a fair point. I'm also gonna cast enhance ability on me for the trying to fucking type up the spell so I can actually show it's up.
You didn't have to cast it. You could just say you.
To show it on my spell list. Okay, I know. Fuck. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it does give me only advantage, unfortunately, but hey, better than a disadvantage. But fuck it, they got food. They got food. All right, for the next bit, I'm going to basically be holding using the ritual spell to ceremony to basically do coming of age events, blessing any water that any church might need, atonement for those for people looking to atone for their sins, funeral rites, and weddings. I'm basically to start helping people. So far, yeah. If you want to get technical. Yeah, and it does actually no, it's a different week, so I could also say cast fucking enhance ability before ceremony because ceremonies are ritual. So I'll use it for my persuasions. All right, and I'm then just. You know what? I'm gonna actually back up Faye's run in her claims about the king being fake, being as I've seen that, so I even though I won't have any proof, would know, being as I've discovered it, and the only proof I can have is like you saw the king react defensively to a drow coming out to announce he's the king, and he threw a knife at me. Yep, and thank you, enhance ability.
Responsibility is great for this campaign.
Did I get an 20?
Fuck you. Wait, you're actually attacking Rex. You don't
What I
actually get.
what I'm
You're just
doing is
attacking.
just spreading. What I'm doing is just spreading what truth, some stuff that was what I know to be true, even though it's technically a deception check. I'm not lying. I'm sharing what I know to be true, even though everyone else thinks it's rumors and slander.
I'm writing everything down as it goes. Not right now, me and Jacqueline are equal, but I didn't have my turn yet. That fool.
Fair point.
Matter.
I think I'm gonna keep the enhance ability on, and I'll try other forms of spells as we.
Swift, you should. They should really get a better representative of King Rex. He can't he can't roll below 15 on. On Jack. I'm just saying, Freyr isn't doing that good. So if you want to attack, just attack Jacqueline. But that's just my unbiased opinion, of course. It's
That
not
doesn't
like
sound biased to me.
it's not like I'm biased or Jacqueline. Yes, yes, yes. You just ignore me.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. It's me. You're just like, okay, Swift is done. Okay, let's go to phase run and fuck Xavier.
to be fair, I wasn't even planning on attacking anyone. But when Phase Run brought that up, is like, you know what? Maybe I should make bring that to light because it is true. So yeah, despite the fact that I was spreading slander to King Rex's way, yeah, I was doing something that fit Gary. He had not attacked anyone up until now. I might have been cunning and like put Phase Run in a position where it would make her look bad if she didn't show support to Jacqueline, but I didn't outright attack her.
On my turn, on my week, since I'm gonna show that I actually care for Unity, and because I'm smart and I decided not to sell the gems between session, I go myself to the bullywugs, give them the gems, and convince them of making an alliance. I'll go for the Tritons once again, and then I'll make my people show that I'm not actually abusing them. 'Cause that hurt. Oh, and that's not a role. I'm just doing that because they didn't betray me. Xavier is gonna send 500 worth of food, 500 gold worth of food to the school. Was for the Bollywood, so that failed. But I still give them the gems that I said I would. Think at least one. Keeping score. And that leaves it to Farazan. I swear. One week left. I hate her so much. No, 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 no. We can just add a seven to that. That's a 10, so that's a fail. Let's be fair here. Wait, so that means two actions, just two actions, six actions. Is it's not a feeling, it's a fact. Just have to work harder,
I kind of feel that too.
We all think Xeno's cheating.
So that nat 20's for you, Xavier, if I'm not mistaken, for what Zeno was.
That that Nat 20 is still in the lead. Oh, so I just get a -2. End it? Is the month over?
What's the final tally? Because I know you win, but at the same time, I want to see how it turned out. That is actually better than I would have expected it to turn out.
Can we just discuss that Rex has a 0?
I mean, it did help that I started helping out with the rumors, and then it only got
We got
worse
a
when.
20. That
Yeah,
was
and then of course it didn't help that Phaser was like, okay, fuck all you, I'm taking you down.
no, that was funny as fuck.
Wow, really?
You're at 0. No one wants the king. How bad are you gonna rig this? Are you gonna multiply the amount of people in Rexland by 4? Uh,
Zio, I would like to remind you he has that one rogue feat that he's probably going to abuse like hell.
Can't throw below a 15. Yeah.
I feel like Swift just wants to be king.
You feel you're not sure. Oh, here he comes saying, no, I just want true polymorph to be cast on the king. No, you don't. You lie.
I mean, if it was really about getting Rex back on the throne, he would have announced it by now. I think he's abusing the changeling ability, and I'm referring to the player, not the.
Wait, are you telling me that's just gonna be a win? It's just gonna be a win for him after he got 0. I swear to God.
Pretty much, what might as pretty much what might as well have happened is that one scene from that one horrible movie. I can't remember what it's called, but basically that one Iraqi president that ruled his kingdom and got married to this Jew girl, and he was convinced to start making elections, and everyone was voting against him. So he had a tank just roll up to him, and they all went to voting for him. Yeah, that's a load of hogwash. Oh hell
Not
yeah,
only
and
I
I'll
contest the results, I'm also gonna fucking this time I'm putting the voting procedure room under Yuno's lockdown.
and I probably will be under the in there as well using a zone of truth. So no fucking liars.
Hell yeah. This is gonna be the time where me and Jacqueline actually work on it together.
So
Yeah. Thank God, no more attacking me. Yes, safety. I'm a simple man. Start with Garrett, then Swift, then me. I have stuff ready. Also, Zeno, you remember what lockdown does, right? So this is basically me saying no forgery. Fuck this.
yes, I'm I'll have enhanced ability on myself, and I'll basically spend this last week trying to get everyone to side with Jacqueline on this.
Solid plan.
What? I
No,
could
no, no,
barely hear you.
nothing. Just, no, I was saying I have a plan. Just go.
I'm sure you do. I just playing out my character, and honestly, I don't think I know anything he could do other than just be persuasive at this point, and probably be there to monitor with a zone of truth and whatnot to make sure there's no cheating.
Let's see those rolls, Garrett. Show me what you're gonna do.
And it's after C persuasion, it's RRR and the number of rolls I'm making. All right, all right, all
Just
right.
copy
I'll do the
paste
long
it
way
like
then.
three
I was trying
times.
to, yeah, I was just gonna try to do the faster way, but I'll do.
I think Swift is typing an angry
I'm in the wrong chat.
plus you have advantage, Mike.
I forgot about advantage.
Reload the first one and then go low. Why am I helping you? I mean, you don't have advantage.
Make up your mind, Dad.
Fine. Roll.
Thank you. That will help for later.
3 successes. 3.
Yeah, three. I had to do two separate rolls for one advantage, and then freaking two with advantage.
You know, this is gonna Swift. Oh, Swift is writing what he's gonna do. So let's wait. Zeno, I swear to God, he rolled the 3. First one, he forgot the advantage. So a 26, a 22, and a 21.
Yeah, they're there. Okay.
What? What's happening? He already rolled.
I did.
He already rolled. Zeno.
I was confused. You were confusing me.
Have it typed and everything. Go ahead with your plan, Swift. Got things to do. So 3 persuasions. Yeah. At 20 at least, you finally have it.
Um, I know all my actions are done, but is there no way I could help back up that claim that this is really King Rex? Okay.
Okay. Can I roll now? Right. So this campaign is going to be to aid the adventuring and guards and all the people that risk their lives. So Xavier is going to do 3 things. First of all, he's going to make some uh, potions, common potions, so they're made easy, and he's going to give them for free. Yes, I already rolled for. Let me roll for 32. Second, he shall make some armor, some heavy plate armor, and he's also gonna give 2 guards for free. 20, dirty 20 though. And lastly, he's just gonna last. All right, go to the bullywugs once again because he is keen on having a good relationship. Fuck. Okay, there's a problem. Me and Jacqueline are now equal.
Huh.
Didn't think- Yep. Okay, my favorite. My absolute favorite. All right, I am ready.
Wait, I'm fighting? I thought fucking. I'm not running for this shit. Hold up. Hold up. I mean, hmm.
And I just do it
No,
with the
that
chat.
would be technically cheating, wouldn't it? Unless she chooses me as champion, which I don't know if she can or not. I don't know what's gonna exactly happen. Oh,
But I'm just saying, Jacqueline wouldn't have enhanced ability.
uh,
Yes.
you know what? Uh, hmm, I can't fucking Oh, I'll have to let her speak because it's her thing, so I can't exactly do it for her. Shit.
Um, sure.
Always.
Or Xavier is gonna be respectful and they just like you forgot to add be queen for her range is touch. Let's go.
Uh, Here's one question: would Jacqueline know about the secret reservoir underneath the Rexland?
No, she wouldn't. And you know it's zero.
All right. So yeah, Jacqueline will just smile and say, "Well, first off, I will use the secret reservoir underneath uh, the castle of Rex City to replenish our water supply, and I would return majority of it back to the scorpion folk and those within the swamp, as well as take our more recent yet evasive Baron Joseph Kristoff's water supply from the his estate, being as it's no longer in use." That's a 17.
Well, I'll be frank with all of you. The drow are responsible for many of the horrible deeds that have occurred in Rex City, and the drow is their cause. So not only am I planning on using the water of the people for the people, I'm also planning on taking back the engines. So the water solution is a temporary one, but the solution I'm going for is for the long run. So I'm planning on going to the drow myself with a couple of trusty followers and take back the engines that are causing this issue. Boom, baby.
Oh my god. Honestly, I wanted to like quip back with the counter, like so you'd be willing to sacrifice lives to get this, but he Xavier quickly covered his ass by saying, "I'll be going myself with a few select people under with me to go get our water back and end this drought." So
Yeah,
he
I'm not
covered his
dumb.
ass.
Yeah, I'm not dumb. I'm not gonna waste the lives of the people for something I can do on my own.
Maybe I should just change my name to Jacqueline so he knows it's Jacqueline. I'm not a political person, so explain poverty to me. God, make it a tough one. Why don't you? Uh, Jacqueline's gonna think about it for you. Shut up, Savior. Think about it for a moment and go. Well, we do know that the Tritons are very good with fishing and trade, and I do know that our other runner, King Xavier, is also pretty good. Has also been running a little fish trade of his own. So I would probably make connections with the Tritons, start making trade for money in exchange for food. And I also hear the Scorpion folks would have access to a gemstone mine, which our very own Xavier here has been taking advantage of. Props to you for being ahead of the game, my friend. But the kingdom could also you benefit from that. So maybe Xavier would be willing to allow Rex City access to these mines with the trade with the Scorpion folk instead of him hoarding it all to himself and selling it for a profit amongst the people or the royals for that matter. And maybe reach out to the Elven kingdom, see about getting fresh fruits, vegetables, seeds for growing crops once the drought has been settled with, which, if Xavier's willing, whether he's keen or not, to go on that escapade, I'd be happy to recruit him. It's as you said, there's nothing I can't do that Xavier can't do himself. But the question is he willing to part with what he's earned to the people once he's taken up the seat? I mean, he's been doing hoarding all these gemstones and funds on his own free time, even built his own barony out in the desert. So, are we so certain of his motives that he'll share? What I'm proposing is that if whether Xavier wins or not, I'll reach out to him and see if he's still willing to help the people. If not, I could always reach out to his supporters and make my own trade. Either way, I'll get what he can't done if he doesn't do it. '19.
Well, it's a simple matter. If Jacqueline had done any of her research, she would know that I have donated a couple of thousand gold coins worth of food to the people, the school for the people, for free, of course. The gems I have gotten from the school people, which I do for trade, have been used to attempt to increase our relationship with the Bullywugs, which do have a lot of exotic animals that live there, which can be used for food. I've also attempted many times, and I will still persist, to go to the Tritons to convince them of a peaceful relationship. If you're asking what I would do about the poor, well, it's simple. I'd help them till the day I die, like I have been doing since day one. My coming here for becoming king isn't for any selfish deeds, as Jacqueline has accused me of. It's quite the simple manner. I want the unity and peace between Rexland.
Out of character, all this stuff happened, like, literally after last session, if to my knowledge, from understanding what's been happening today. No, he has enhanced ability. He had advantage, and I neutralized that with my deception. So,
But the thing is, you didn't really do much on your so just
well, I'm playing out the character. As far as I know, she didn't do much. I had to basically act cunning and kind of throw slander your way. So it was the only play I had.
let's just continue with the questions.
Well, for our neighboring countries and kingdoms, I will reach out to them offering a meeting, a banquet, so we can all meet and make peace talks, real peace talks, and talk about how we can help each other through these troubling times. And with the wait, hold on, out of character, does she know about like the cult and what they're doing? Was that made public at all or no? The cult that's supposedly supposed to be
The
leading to the
worm
end game.
speakers, Zeno the worm speaker.
No. The other one that was involved with the whirlpool.
Obelisk.
Yeah, I remember it being brought up that there was a cult that is trying to bring something from the abyss, which the witching hole leads to, or all right, and I'll have us unite under this possible apocalyptic event coming our way with the obelisk at the witching. Yeah, I cannot remember names for the life of me. I'm sorry. The witching hole. There we go. At the witching hole. So, and I do know that a lot of the people, the neighboring kingdoms, are allied with Xavier. So, if I were to reach out, I have to know, Xavier, would you be willing to lend your support and bend a knee to me if I win and have your supporters back me up? Damn.
During all of my campaigns, I made it obvious what my goal is, but I'm willing to share it once again for all of the people of Rexland. My wish is to bring unity to all of us. The relationship with the scorpion folk as well. The Tritons will not hesitate to start selling us fish once we're on an agreement, and their abilities for communication and underwater is quite useful for any danger that might occur on this land. The bullywugs, of course, my relationships has been at, but that does not mean I'm not willing to carry on my mission. And the minotaurs and all of those people that live beneath, I am willing to go down there myself and start negotiation talks with them. Baby boom.
Wait, how would negotiations go being as you killed their queen? This is out of character. This is me asking you personally.
I said negotiations in general with the people of the Underdark.
I heard minotaurs, but
All of the people of the Underdark followed Freya. She just paid them.
to be It's not you. It's just that being playing into a different character, only going based off of what I know from asking you questions and whatnot. It's very hard to respond to these questions, and of course, yeah, Xavier, something you can't do. You've been breaking this fucking campaign for since day one. So yeah, fuck you, dude. Anyway, fuck, man, I don't know how to answer this question because this is not my character. This is an NPC that I have to voice for, and I don't know anything she's done other than be cunning, and I have absolutely fucking nothing I can use as a response.
What, since he didn't say anything, shouldn't it be at disadvantage? Okay, well, for choice. Well, other than stopping the drought that is occurring, I've already established connections with the giant hold area, which I am now a baron of certain land. And as I point to the crowd, I have already gained some followers there, which would increase our battle strength if necessary from any unnecessary invasions occurring. Also, the thing I would focus on is mainly buying wood and making houses for those that don't have it. Obviously, they will all be sponsored by me since this is quite the important matter. Since I didn't have a house for a long time of my childhood, so I want to wish to help those in need. Phys- Physically, I cannot. Yeah, can't. Can I respond to that? Well, I'd just like to say for the last part about assassination. I was in a meeting with the Elven Queen when the Worm Speaker leader had been assassinated. Now, his followers wish to avenge him. So, does the leader simply think that the people's followers, a king's followers, or whatever their position may be, will stop at since their leader is dead? That's not how this works. People want revenge and justice for their lost leaders. So she won, right? I sent very politely saying, I will do what I can to help the kingdom and I don't care about the position of power.
I mean, Garrett's new here. He's got really nothing to do, so fuck it. I got nothing. Happy to be done with it. That way we can move on from this